Well, I'm back at it again. Talking about some football, Florida State and Florida. Florida State hosts Pittsburgh this weekend. Pittsburgh comes in, um, having played their best game of the year last week with a freshman quarterback. He really played out of his mind. He did a really good job. He's got some potential. Florida State doesn't have much of any film to look at to scout for him, but it's time that Florida State impose themselves on defense. They need to be really aggressive. We need Ashland Barker back in the safety position. He's a big imposing safety. He helps us a lot. We need Tommy Castellanos to play within himself and don't take crazy chances. Florida State needs to take what defense give them because we have enough athletes. If we get athletes in space, we're going to make some plays. But you got to get athletes the ball and just tossing it over the top, uncontrolled in a crazy manner, and throwing away picks are not going to be what we need. Pittsburgh's going to be difficult against the run, but we've got to impose the run and keep it going, and we've got to play action off of that. I believe the point spread is going to be around 10.5 is what I've heard, and I don't know that Florida State can cover that, but I think they can. I think they will. I think Florida State will win, but it may not cover that. It's going to be a close game. It could be 34-24. It could be a little more. I don't think it'll be much less. And here we go with Florida. Florida's going out to Texas A&M. Kudos to Florida. They played their best game of the year, played against Texas, but not trying to throw cold water on their fire, but Texas they're a struggle, and they're a struggle away from home. They're a struggle anywhere. They're not really playing very well. Manning has no confidence, and a good defense can give him fits. So Florida did that, and they did what they had to do to win, and I thought it was a good win for them. But they're going to go to Texas A&M, and Texas A&M, they're no joke on defense. I'm not sold on their offense, even though their offense is very explosive right now. I don't know what they're going to I just haven't seen enough of them to know, but what I've read and the highlights I've seen, that they're big play. They can make plays. But Florida's defense is no joke either. They're a good defense. So they may neutralize some of Texas A&M's ability on offense. But I think Texas A&M's defense is going to be the big play here. I think Texas A&M, I think they're going to win the game. They have a big 12th man with the crowd. Their field, their crowd is one of the top hostiles in America, and they really have a great fan support, so much like Florida, and you see just how much that can do. Home field advantage to Texas A&M. I think they're going to win. If there's a 4 or 5 point spread, I don't know what it's going to be, but I think Texas A&M may cover that. DJ may find himself again in a little bit of a bind if he has any relapses. I'll give you a little thing. Florida beat Texas last week, and there's been games this year that Florida's ball didn't carry the ball 9 or 10 times in a game. Well, he had 10 or 11 carries in the first quarter against Texas. If Florida's going to win the game, ball's going to have 20 carries, and they have to be effective carries. If they think they're going to go in there and spread it out and do anything other than rely on ball and that running game to give them some boost, they're going to be sort of disappointed. I think Texas A&M has a little bit more at home. I think they'll win the game. Anyway, I'll bring another video if I can. Go Noles. Bye.